welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you've never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. I saw this recipe on TikTok and I was like intrigued. So we're gonna do chicken nuggets, but with ground chicken. And maybe everyone's doing this, but it's not something I've ever done before. I always use like chicken breast and like either make cutlet or I like cut them up and make Nona nugget, but I've never done ground chicken before. And it uses the air fryer. So I was like, all right, well, let's try all that. So I have a pound here of ground chicken. Now you can buy ground chicken breast or ground chicken, which would be both dark meat and light meat, a mix. I bought a mix because you kind of want the fat, but it's the 93% lean, 7% fat. So it's not a ton of dark meat, but that's just FYI. Ground chicken in the bowl. Then we're going to add some salt. The recipe says 4 pinches. 2, 3, 4. So I don't know. I'm calls for less, like a quarter that of pepper. So I'm going to probably do like a half a teaspoon of pepper. But I don't think that this matters too much. Just make sure that there is some seasoning. We're going to do garlic powder. Oops, I don't need that part. So we'll do like a pretty heavy teaspoon of garlic powder. That garlic powder like went up my nose. And then I know I just told you in a recent video that I don't use onion powder, but then I did tell you that if I see it on a recipe of another creator, sometimes I'll use it. So I'm going to use half a teaspoon of onion powder because it's not my favorite flavor. The other creator used these like cornflake panko breadcrumbs, which I don't have. So I'm just going to use some 4C seasoned breadcrumbs, but I am curious about those breadcrumbs. So I might see if I can find them at my local grocery store. And then he breaded them in a bowl, but I'm a big paper plate breader because I like to throw it out when I'm done. You don't have to wear gloves if you don't want to, but you can wear gloves if you want to. So I'm going to blend together our ground chicken, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder until it's completely combined, but don't be too aggressive. Ground chicken is incredibly soft in comparison to like beef or anything else. Now, you can form these into like nugget shapes, round shapes, like whatever you want. I don't think that it matters, and he didn't specify in his recipe. I'm just going to make them into like random nugget shape and then just give them a little roll here in the breadcrumbs, a little coat in the breadcrumbs. Now, panko is like a bigger breadcrumb, so you would get more of a thicker crumb on it if you were using panko. And then it just makes like a little nugget. Set them, the little nugget, gently on the little tray.